Hi and welcome to Blue Spoon Veggie. Last time I made a beautiful hearty ratatouille. See the link to that in the description below. Now it's time to serve this rich vegetable stew in a variety of different meals. I've got lots of ideas to cover, so let's get cooking. A little ratatouille makes a lovely topping for other foods. Simply heat up 2 spoons of ratatouille and lightly dry fry 2 handfuls of pine nuts. Toast some bread of your choice and spread on some soft goat cheese. Then top with the warm ratatouille. Sprinkle over the pine nuts and voila! This makes a nice light lunch or a side dish served with pasta. The next idea turns the ratatouille into another light meal. Take around 200 grams of ratatouille per person and place in a small oven dish. Heat this for 15 minutes at 180 degrees C. All the baked recipes in this video are cooked at this same temperature. Break an egg into a bowl in case there's any shell you need to remove, then season with salt and pepper. Take the warmed ratatouille out of the oven and make a depression in the centre. Tip the egg into the centre of the dish, then cook for another 10 to 15 minutes until the egg is set. Serve by itself, or you could add some bread or toast. Another topping idea now, this time for avocado. If you like avocado, then you might also like to try it hot if you haven't. It's delicious. Halve an avocado and remove the skin. Carefully remove the stone, no injuries please. Slice a thin piece off the base of each avocado half, so it will stand up in the oven dish. Pop each slice on top so it isn't wasted. Transfer to an oven dish. Spoon over some ratatouille and bake for 10 minutes, also at 180 degrees C. After 10 minutes, crumble over some goat cheese and return to the oven for 5 more minutes. Yum! This is one of my favourite light meals. Ratatouille makes a great pasta sauce. Just cook up some pasta, heat up some ratatouille and stir together. Sprinkle with some cheese if you fancy. This is soft goat cheese, which is a nice contrast to the richness of the sauce. You could also make a pasta bake for 2. For 100 grams of pasta, add 300 grams of ratatouille, a good splash of water and 60 grams of chopped mozzarella. Then bake for 30 minutes, covering with foil for the first 20 minutes. Turn ratatouille into another meal by serving along with couscous and halloumi. Sometimes I like to use a pre-flavoured couscous, and this Al Fez brand is my favourite. Add boiling water and a splash of olive oil to the couscous, then cover and leave for 5 minutes. In the meantime, heat up a couple of spoons of ratatouille and fry some slices of halloumi. Once the couscous has finished steaming, fork through gently to make it nice and fluffy. Topping the ratatouille with the halloumi gives a nice contrasting texture and makes a lovely light meal. For a quick filling for quesadillas, mash 100 grams of black beans, add 50 grams of grated cheddar and a couple of spoonfuls of ratatouille. Then mix everything together. Lightly brush a large frying pan with oil, place a tortilla in the pan and spread out the filling on top. Add a second tortilla and press down firmly. This will help keep the quesadilla intact when you flip it over. Turn once the underside is golden, around 3 minutes, and cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. Cut into slices. This will serve 2 people. I like to serve quesadilla with salad and ranch dressing. For a simple bake, which like most of these ideas can be adapted to use what you have in the house, combine some ratatouille with veggie sausages, black beans and some cubed paneer. For 2 people, use 3 sliced veggie sausages and add 200 grams of ratatouille. I'm also stirring in half a teaspoon of chili powder and mixing in a good splash of water. Add 100 grams of paneer and give it all a mix. Finally, add a portion of cooked black beans, around 80 grams, and mix those in. Transfer to a baking dish and bake for 20 minutes. Sprinkle over 30 grams of grated cheese and pop back into the oven for 5 minutes. Serve with whatever accompaniment you fancy. This is basmati rice. Alternatively, mix through the rice before serving. That's 7 ideas, and time for me to have a little coffee break. The next idea is one I use all the time. First, simply bake a large potato for around an hour. Add butter if you like, I always do, then top with warmed up ratatouille and 30 grams of grated cheese. I often serve one topped potato as a side dish for 2 people. My last 2 suggestions are also potato dishes. I'll pop full details of the ingredients in the description below. First, I'm going to mix some ratatouille through mashed potato to make some really tasty potato cakes. You can use leftover mashed potato or just cook a couple of potatoes and then mash them with butter. I'm using my trusty potato ricer gadget for smooth mash, but of course follow your preferred mashing method. Add some pepper and some salt. Here I have some cubed mozzarella, which I'm making sure is nice and dry. Stir the potatoes, butter and mozzarella together. Next, add in some plain flour and stir that in too. Time to add in a few tablespoons of, you've guessed it, ratatouille. Give it a thorough stir together. Shape the flavourful mash into 8 small cakes. Heat up some olive oil and let's fry some of the cakes. You can also freeze them uncooked, then defrost in the fridge for a few hours before cooking. Cook for 3 minutes, then flip the cakes over and cook for another 3 minutes on the other side. Drain on kitchen towel before serving up either on their own or as a side dish for many meals. The mozzarella will have melted beautifully. Time for my final serving suggestion, crispy hash browns. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. I hope the ideas have been useful and you'll subscribe to my channel for more veggie food ideas. Grate an onion and 2 potatoes onto a tea towel. Recipes always say a clean tea towel, but that seems quite obvious. Gather up the tea towel and squeeze out as much moisture from the onion and potatoes as you can. Once the mixture is as dry as you can get it, transfer to a large bowl and add some pepper and salt and mix that through. Break in an egg and add some dried mixed herbs or a single herb of your choice, then stir again. That's all the ingredients now, so let's heat up some oil in a frying pan and turn this mixture into delicious hash browns. Spoon into the pan and press down with the spoon. Press gently with a spatula as they cook. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes, then flip them over and cook for the same time on the other side. Heat up 1 spoon of ratatouille per hash brown and you're ready to serve. This is especially tasty topped with a little crumbled feta cheese. And there you have it, 10 ideas for using ratatouille, including a couple of potato recipes that I hope are handy to have. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas of your own. Thanks for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button below, and I hope you'll come back soon for more recipes from Blue Spoon Veggie.